Hi, I'm Jordan Williams. I'm doing my final video essay. In my essay, I'm going to talk about my childhood and current identities. I'm still trying to figure out my identity, trying to put everything together, and Erickson even said that, in modern day society, it is taking longer to figure out your identity, and there are more problems in the later stages that reflect the earlier stages. And what I'm going to talk about mostly is identity versus role confusion. Not all the topics of it, but mainly the religious aspect and the vocational aspect, which is work. And we'll also be talking about my personal fable and imaginary audience and everything that I was growing up with. I'm going to start with my personal fable, and I'm not sure if being shy is possible for a fable, but I remember my shyness affecting my life throughout childhood and even now. As a kid, I never liked being the center of attention, and honestly, I still don't. Even with my friends, I would rather just, kick back and watch everything else go on and not be the center of everything. I have a theory on why I'm so shy. It's from this guy that my dad used to work with at the post office, and he would come over to our house quite often, deliver mail when my dad wasn't. He'd come over and hang out, talk with the family, and, I was always cool with him until one day he was sitting there talking around, in our living room, and all of a sudden, kind of get quiet, not talking about much, and comes over to me and starts talking to me, how you doing? You want to see something cool? And pops out his teeth, and I thought it was the craziest, scariest thing ever. And, I ran under the kitchen table, hung out under there, and I was just terrified. And ever since then, as a kid at least, whenever the doorbell would ring, whenever someone would come over, I'd kind of be timid. Even if it was my half-brothers and sisters, I don't really talk to them even now. I go and I like hanging out with them, but we don't really talk. And if I have to talk in front of a class now, I still get way shaky, sweaty, go bright red, embarrassed, I'm scared of it. I just don't like being the center of attention. And as a kid, when I was playing, make-believe or whatever I was doing, I wasn't really worried about the shyness, about the center of attention, because I wasn't. I was the best guy and everything, but I was always the main, good guy, but I was never the center of attention. And so that's my imaginary audience, is who I'm playing to. And as a kid, I liked to play guns and with bad guys and kill the bad guys and stuff. But it was always with my, there was always an invincible sort of a feeling, and I could get shot, I could get my arm blown off, get my leg blown off, and I'd keep going. I'd hold the gun in my other arm, or I wouldn't have a gun, or I would never die. And I was playing a lot of video games, and in the video games I was playing, you could, like any video game, you could always either regain your health or, you'd come back to life after you died. There was really never death involved, you never got hurt and then had to deal with it the whole way through. You always kind of like, I guess, God in a sense. You just kept going. And in that, I always thought I would do crazy things, jump off my grandma's roof onto some cushions, climb trees, you know, just crazy childhood stuff. And it wasn't until my sophomore year in high school that I tore my ACL. And this kind of made me realize that, I wasn't invincible. I actually got hurt, and when I tried to get back up, I couldn't do it. And so this was really when I realized that, the invincibility fable or anything like that really isn't there, but I still like to think that I can keep going with work or school or anything. I'm not too worried about, I have to go to sleep, like I can't finish this tonight, I'll finish it. Or like with work, I'm gonna bust my ass, and regardless if I get a cut on my hand or, like a little, here and there, I don't care. I keep doing it. And so that way I've still kept the invincibility thing, but with the ACL it completely changed it. I quit football because I was so terrified of hurting my knee.